परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, and welcome everyone for yet another live program during this 45th Chaturmasya of our beloved Swamiji. The Chaturmasya, during this Chaturmasya, the entire Hindu community delves into spiritual practices, deepening their spiritual experiences, deepening their seeking. This Chaturmasya, as we are celebrating, Bhagavan has given us Guruvaaks to listen to Swamiji's satsangs, to internalize them, to enrich the world through Swamiji's books, teachings, and so on. So in this series, every day we have been watching different satsangs, powerful cognitions from Swamiji and internalizing them and discussing about them. And each day we have been having different guests sharing their unique experiences, personal connection with Swamiji, and how Swamiji has helped them to transform their life through various techniques. Swamiji says in Hinduism, as many minds, that many gods. Likewise, for each mind, Swamiji has given a different technique for enlightenment. And every day, we have been listening to different devotees, sharing their experiences, their connection deepening, their bhakti deepening, either through seva or through knowledge or by following Guruvaak and so on. Today, we have a very special guest sharing her experiences, the mystical experiences that she is enjoying, experiencing the divine everywhere. In Tamil, a great poet called Bharadiyar has sung a beautiful song. Kakke chiraginile Nandalala, Nin kariya niram tondudada Nandalala. Parkum marangalellam Nandalala, Nin pachai niram tondudada Nandalala. Like that, here, our guest here is experiencing divine everywhere, including in our own house, Swamiji just walking. Let us now welcome Ma Meena Narayanan from KAILASA, Ohio. She is a Rajya Sabha member of KAILASA and a volunteer, a dedicated volunteer at KAILASA, Ohio. Nithyananda Ma, welcome.
Nithyananda Ma, thank you so much for having me, Ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma'am. Could you introduce yourself and share about yourself?
Yes, Ma. So, yeah, my name is Meena Narayanan. So, I'm in KAILASA, Ohio. I was actually born and brought up in Madurai until I was 9. And then I studied in the US a little bit. Right now, I work in pharmacy admin, but I've done a lot of things. But yeah, so I'm in KAILASA, Ohio to be near the temple. The temple is amazing, Ma.
Okay, how did the introduction to Swamiji happen? And if you could please share the experiences, how Swamiji intervened in your life, especially in the most critical time, the critical phase that you were going through in your life.
Yes, Ma. So actually, I met Swamiji in 2009, and it was a real crisis time for me. I wouldn't have survived, actually. I'm only alive because of Swamiji. I had finished cooking lunch that day, and I was watching Shankara TV, and then Swamiji just came on, and a very young Swamiji, and he was speaking, and there was a little banner that kept going. He's coming for a one-day program in a nearby medical college. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I went with my daughter, and it was really amazing. A very light, beautiful atmosphere. And I couldn't stop looking at him that day, but that's all I knew. I just kept looking at him. And then I bought a lot of books, and I bought the mala, and I came home. The next day, all during that, so actually for 2 days, there was a very tall, huge being that walked around behind me the whole time for 2 days. I didn't know who it was at that time. He's tall, and I always thought Kala Bhairava was dark skinned, but this Kala Bhairava was beautiful. He has like a mango color, uh, a mango color, and he's like wearing that traditional panchakacham dhoti, and I don't remember what top, but huge, very reassuring, very loving, just walking behind me for 2 days. And I was like, how did this come? Oh, it must be because I went to that Sami. I saw that Sami, so whoever this is coming. And it felt really nice. So, but what happened after the 2 days, my son came and he said, Ma, I also need to just get a better surrounding. So let's go. Let's go to the US. So we both came to the US and I got rescued. Somehow Swamiji and Kalabhairava just switched it. So everybody agreed. In my situation, I couldn't have really left. But the way that it happened, everybody agreed and I was able to leave with no problems at all. So Swamiji rescued me from that crisis. So that's how it started, Mom. And I used to come and just watch satsangs. But that's how it started.
Wonderful, Ma. So how was your first experience when you met Swamiji? What was your experience? How did it transform your life?
So my first experience was the Kalpataru, but that was just a brief introduction, I would say. But after that is really meeting Swamiji. When you connect with Swamiji, is meeting Swamiji. So my son and I, we were in Minnesota in a little apartment. But I had a lot of mystical experiences there also, starting from there. Even before attending my first inner awakening, I had mystical experiences. Like once I was sitting in the balcony and I suddenly realized that it's me that exists in everything. It's me, everything is me. And it's a very huge experience. It's bigger than what we are now. So I got frightened and I left the balcony. But that was like my first glimpse, and I had a lot of experiences. So that's really the introduction to Swamiji. It's it's something it's so loving and so caring, and still with all of these experiences as well.
So nice, Ma. I know you have shared that you relate to Swamiji as your own mother, as a divine mother that is caring,
Yeah.
protecting. Could you please share that experience, please?
Yes, Ma. So actually, Kala Bhairava is my Kuladevam also. I didn't know this, but in Varanasi, Swamiji, as in the Kala Bhairava Darshan, he said, Kala Bhairava is your Kuladevam. So that itself started like that. The Kuladevam saved me, but because of Swamiji. But also, like later on, I used to like binge watch Swamiji's videos. Like I couldn't stop watching them. So as soon as I came home from work, I'll make some dosas, and I used to have it with sambar made the previous day. But then in one satsang, Swamiji said you shouldn't have old things, so then I'll have it with pickle. So, but I used to watch all the satsangs. But after a while, um, I used to be drawn. This was for at least 4 or 5 days, if not more. I won't feel like watching the satsangs. I'll be drawn to like a musical video of Swamiji, and I'll watch that video and I'll see myself as a little baby, and Swamiji's holding me, and I'm like drooling on his rudrakshas. I'm on his shoulder, and this just kept happening. And I asked Swamiji, what is all this? I asked him in Varanasi in the first inner awakening. He said that would have healed you. And yeah, so it's all about healing. So that's he shows himself as mother, but that's how I experience also.
So nice, Ma. Actually, what you told about binge watching Swamiji's satsangs, I think that is a common trait of all
Yes.
the devotees of Swamiji. First, when you hear about Swamiji, first when you come across YouTube videos of Swamiji, you cannot stop yourself. Day and night, we just binge watch one satsang after another. Till,
Yeah, it's just there for you, available, and you can just keep watching. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Wonderful. And how was your experience at Inner Awakening, especially going to Varanasi, the place of Kala Bhairava? How was your experience in the Inner Awakening?
that was the best month. The first inner awakening is always the best. I had a lot of Kundalini awakening. And I myself, when I saw Swamiji, the word inside for me was Taye. So it again deepening the connection and uh, just visiting Varanasi. From a child, people used to say their favorite place is Paris or they want to go to Europe. But I used to be like, I want to go to Varanasi. I'm like 5. So when Swamiji said Varanasi and he's taking us, so I had to go. It was the best. So those were the times when Swamiji used to give darshan as Kalabhairava. And he called me Punyavati and it's a beautiful darshan. The whole inner awakening was beautiful. Actually, we did Pratiksha Pada Puja and then we went in a line and we asked Swamiji what we want. So I was like, Swamiji, I want this for this kid and that kid and all of that. And he said, what do you want? He just like stopped me and he said, what do you want? And then I started crying and I was like, I want you. And he said, no, I'll always be with you. And he's always with me.
So, how was your life before? Meaning, like your idea of life and whatever you thought was good, bad, right, wrong, all of that. How did it change after meeting Swamiji in terms like, whether it is the inner awakening or any other programs that you have attended as to what is, success or what is love, what is relationship or what is suffering, what is worry? Like so many things we have ideas from what we've learned from the society, right?
Mhm.
But then when you come to the reality, Bhagavan gives us the truth of what it is in any
Yes.
aspect. Everything that we thought we had ideas about life, Swamiji just simply crushes them, throws them out and says, okay, this is the truth. This is what it actually
Yes.
How, like, can you share your experiences as to how was life before Swamiji and after meeting Swamiji?
Yes. So there was a lot of ups and downs. Life with my parents was wonderful. And then after that, my married life was, there was a lot of suffering. But the thing is, like, before Swamiji, it's like, I used to be like, what's the meaning of all this? Like, okay, we're happy and then we're sad, and then we're happy and then we're sad. But why are we doing all this? What's the meaning of this? Actually, I had a casual conversation with somebody a few years ago, and she said, life is like dash, dash, dash. She used some bad words. And then she's like, life is like this and that and that. And then you just die. And I was like, oh my God, I also used to think that, but I don't anymore. Because with Swamiji, you understand why you're here, what you're going to be doing later. You know you're eternal with Swamiji. Hinduism does teach us that, and we sort of know it. And I think like our parents and grandparents really knew it. But then with the circumstances in society now, we go farther and farther and away. We're just like in the matrix and with everybody. So Swamiji, that's what he really brought home, is that you're eternal and you can create your life. He used to, in Living Enlightenment, there's a little story where he says there's a rabbi he goes to a restaurant, he orders a pork, a whole pig with an apple in it. And then he has some people that he knows, they walk in, and then that what he ordered comes, and he tells everybody, oh, I didn't order this. So I think our lives are like that. You don't realize you created everything. And that's just like a strong click for me. You created everything. You can uncreate and recreate or create what you want. So he makes us really powerful, and at the same time, light. At the same time, he's working on our karmas. So it's a nice journey, nice experience.
So beautiful, Ma. So, Ma, you've been to multiple inner awakenings, a lot of programs, and you've even been at the Nithyananda Yogam in the
Yes.
at the Birdi, and
Yes.
you've had the opportunity to be around Swamiji in Swamiji's physical presence for multiple days continuously, right? So,
Yes.
what was and I'm sure you've had multiple mystical experiences, and you've seen power manifestation, and so on, and you've also experienced power manifestation. So what was the best mystical experience that you've had being around Swamiji?
In Bidadi, I don't think I've had too many experiences. At my house, I've had all these experiences. In Bidadi, the best thing was we worked in the Mahan's kitchen, which is in the courtyard. So every time Swamiji was in the courtyard, we'd all be in the window and we'd be looking at Swamiji. That's all we'd be doing. Without any shyness or anything, we'll look at Swamiji. We can see him come down from his quarters. He'll run down. We can see him. We'll see his guests and all of that. And then the first day that I went to Bidadi, I went into my room and I was just looking at my things. And then Swamiji came in the room, in the Divya Sharira, and he just came in and smiled and left. But that's like normal. That happened to me in Kailasa, Ohio also. The day that I moved here and then I went to the temple, he came in and he was just there. But there are a lot of mystical experiences. One of the ones that I really cherish is after I went to NSP in 2012 to Tiruvannamalai. At that time, I had somehow decided, I saw him walking from somebody's car to the room, and I was like, this is Shiva. For sure, this is Shiva. So after that, I was inspired to read Autobiography of a Yogi, and that was an experiential book. It was really good. But at the end of the book, Paramsa Yogananda Yukteswar Giri, he passes away, and then he comes from California to Calcutta, and he's standing in the balcony, and he misses him so much. And Yukteswar Giri actually appears before him, and he says, child, or he says something like Kanna, like forgive me if I scolded you or anything. It's just my Guru Dharma. And he says how much he loves him. So that's the end of the book. And then I closed the book. I was sitting on the floor. I closed the book and I was like, somehow I didn't know that Swamiji was my guru at that time. So I was like, I want a guru like that. And I closed the book and I just like went into a trance. Like the door was actually unlocked, and my son will actually scold me if the door is unlocked. But I was like, I went into a trance and I was like, oh, I'm going to fall asleep and the door is unlocked and he's going to shout at me. But what happened next is Swamiji walked through the door. He walked in front of me and he's standing there. And I had Kundalini awakening and I went up to the ceiling and I don't know how long that lasted. And I came back and then I was like, okay, that's my guru. So that's a very sweet one, but a lot of experiences like that.
So this was before you met Swamiji, ma?
No. This is after I met Swamiji for sure. This is during the binge watching of all the videos. And then him coming as mother and healing me. But this was before my first inner awakening, though.
So nice. And you had shared about the Nithyanandoham serving at the Mahan's kitchen, cooking there. That must be, even if not mystical, like Swamiji's being in Swamiji's presence.
Yeah.
Could you share, like, just Paramashiva being there right in front of us, doing his leela? Like, how was that experience for you to be there and witnessing Swamiji, either in the power manifestation or, Swamiji having casual conversations? How was that experience?
Yes, Ma. So he's so loving and he's so caring and he's so at our level. He's never like, I'm enlightened. You would never think that he's anything more than you. He's so much at our level. We'll be sitting in the courtyard and he'll be like, okay, session. So of course we'll all be sitting there. And then just the way he talks. So once I was falling asleep and then he said, Achi, poiti kudichittu vaanga. And that's something I can never forget. The way he said it, it just touches your being. It was so beautiful. It's a small thing, but that's also something I can never forget. And then, yeah, there was some mystical experiences. So there was one time he was lying on the swing and he was sleeping, supposedly sleeping, but he was giving me darshan as Palani Andavar. So I was experiencing all the devotion to Palani Andavar. And I know I have connection with Palani Andavar from previous births. So I was experiencing that devotion and it was tremendous. It was a beautiful, beautiful experiences. And I was just crying the bliss tears and everybody was like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, it's really okay." It's really good. So I had that beautiful experience. And then someone said, "Would you like some coffee?" And I said, "Yes." And I don't know where it came from. And it just came just like that. Some coffee just came. Nobody was making coffee or anything, but it just appeared in front of me. A beautiful, wonderful filter coffee. So that was an amazing experience. Like I felt like he was showing me that he is Palaniyandavar. So that Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa. So that was a tremendous experience. Wow, that was an amazing experience.
So beautiful, ma. Actually, Swamiji has shared about, the mystical powers, mystical experiences. And for us, for all of us, Swamiji's disciples and devotees, this is like Swamiji makes himself available so much that he is there. The magical way of life is our regular life. We,
Yes.
whether it is any distress we are going through or anything, like Swamiji is just there. We know that throughout, day in and day out, day or night or whatever, that Swamiji is there. Any moment, anything we need, he assures us with his presence. Okay, here, I'm here.
Yes.
Either through words, all of a sudden, like you said, all of a sudden Swamiji's satsang appear on a YouTube, or all of a sudden the exact
Yes.
word that you need to hear, his voice you need to hear, you hear that, it's literally uplifting you. And like how you were sharing some time back, how your friend was sharing her view of life is. Swamiji has completely shifted that for us, that life is a blessing. How beautiful it is. What a great gift it is. Like, especially now for us, being born, especially when the avatar is born, and having that feeling connection and being able to witness and enjoy the Leelas while he is there. And this is such a greatest gift that each and every one of us have. And, throughout we are experiencing various mystical experiences. Today, we will hear from Swamiji. What are the ways to these mystical experiences from Swamiji's own words, expressing the 4 doors to mystical experiences? Let us now directly hear from Swamiji.
Nityanandeshwara Samarambam Nityanandeshwari Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ. Today's subject for Nitya Satsang: mysticism can be mastered by the 4 Tattwas. Mastering the mysticism zone by 4 Tattwas. Listen. Human mind cannot trust anything, cannot live anything unless it sees the direct result beyond their logic. ध्यान से सुनिए. Human mind cannot trust anything, cannot live anything unless it sees the result beyond their logic and extraordinary. 4 Tattwas, how they help you to master the zone of mysticism and mystery. Today I'll expand on that. Please listen. Please come to the space of listening. Whenever you feel powerless, some conflict, contradiction, cornered, confronted, the anger, the energy gushes. Just take responsibility for it. It will simply become the energy of healing. It can become the energy through which you can command the world. I tell you, if you take the responsibility for the gushing energy when you are confronted, it will not increase the pressure of your heart, it will increase the pressure of every heart, and they will be in tune with you. If your blood pressure increases, it is not going to make others' blood pressure increase. Listen. Listen. The words you think whole day, the words you think, if you bring integrity to it, you will be master of words. Vaak Siddhi does not mean making your words into reality alone. No. You will know what word the other guy is going to utter towards you at this moment. What will be the right word you can utter and move him as you want at this moment. All this put together is Vaak Siddhi. The right word which you will utter, which will move the other person, the right word he will utter, or the knowledge about the word he is going to utter, and even telepathy. Just you can utter certain words, remembering somebody, you will see that person receives those words and responds to it. All this put together is Vaak Siddhi. Please understand, I am talking very responsibly. Very responsibly. I know I am talking in a national channel. That is why I am talking very responsibly. I am not promoting any superstition. Align yourself, bring yourself to integrity. You will see whole day the power of words. The words you utter, the words uttered towards you, and the words you want to utter, everything is thoroughly under your control. And how the words you utter becomes reality, ध्यान से सुनिए. आज हम इन 4 तत्वों के आधार पर रहस्य में शास्त्रों का अध्ययन कैसे कर सकते हैं, उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. जब भी आप शक्तिहीनता और संघर्ष का अनुभव करते हैं, आपके अंदर जब क्रोध उभर आता है, केवल उसका उत्तरदायित्व लेने से आप उसी क्रोध को सृजनात्मक शक्ति में परिवर्तित कर सकते हैं. वाक सिद्धि का अर्थ केवल आपके बोले हुए शब्द को वास्तविकता में परिवर्तित करना ही नहीं, बल्कि जो शब्द आपके सामने उपस्थित व्यक्ति बात करने वाला है, उस शब्द को उसके बोलने से पहले ही सुन लेना, वो भी वाक सिद्धि है. The words you utter towards you, the words you utter towards others, their power and the impact of your words on others, whole thing will be in your control. That is what I call Vaak Siddhi. And I tell you, it is simply impossible. Simply it is possible. It is simply possible by practicing integrity. Integrity means, listen, integrity means the word you give for yourself and others should be honored as your life. Honoring the word you give it to you and to others as life. If you start living this principle, please understand, there are millions of concepts, millions of words, so much knowledge, tons and tons and tons of knowledge. But unless it becomes experience, what is the use? There is no use of knowledge unless it becomes experience. जो शब्द आप आपके अंदर उपयोग करते हैं और जो शब्द आप अपना बाहर बोलते हैं, वो सभी शब्द आपके नियंत्रण में रहना वाक सिद्धि है। वही संपूर्ति का स्थिति है। जो शब्द आप स्वयं को और अन्य लोगों को देता है, आपके देते हैं, आपके जीवन समाधान उनका समान, उनका आदर करके उन्हें निभाना संपूर्ति है, संपूर्ति है। आप स्वयं को और अन्य लोगों को देते हैं, आपके जीवन समान उनका आदर करके उन्हें निभाना संपूर्ति है। आपके जीवन में ज्ञान बहुत हो सकता है, किंतु जब तक वो ज्ञान आपका अनुभव नहीं होता है, उस ज्ञान का कोई उपयोग नहीं है। When you bring integrity as part of your life, when you bring integrity in your thinking, you will have so much of inner space, powerfulness, clarity, strength. The words you utter towards others will be in your control. The words others utter towards you will be under your control. The impact you create through your words on others and the world will be under your control. The others' words, the impact others' words creates on you will be under your control. When you bring authenticity to your thinking, please understand, bringing authenticity into your thinking and your action not just brings the result how much you expand. It's like there is a water canal. You remove only 2 feet mud which is covering the canal. Are you going to get water only for 2 feet land? The mud which is obstructing the canal, see there is a water canal, 2 feet high bund is there, mud which is obstructing the water flowing in that canal. If you remove the 2 feet mud, are you going to get water only for the 2 feet land? No. It is going to be flooded into 200 acres. Same way, when you practice authenticity, for example, morning you do 24 Surya Namaskar. You decide to bring authenticity in your action. Make it as 54. Don't think you are going to have the benefit of only that extra 29 Surya Namaskar. No. Your whole body is going to respond to your authenticity. You are going to have hundreds of many other extraordinary powers by that authentic decision. Don't think, if I do 24 Surya Namaskar, I'll build 16-inch muscle. If I do 54 Surya Namaskar, I'll build 17-inch muscle. No! Authenticity does not bring results in proportionate level. It brings results in exponential level. That is what you need to learn, because inauthenticity is not functioning based on mathematics. Inauthenticity is a black cage. There is a water canal. The entrance of the water canal is 2 feet wide, and the 2 feet wide is covered by 2 feet height mud. If you remove the 2 feet wide mud, you may remove 2 cubic feet mud. Removing the 2 cubic feet mud is not going to help only to reach water to 2 cubic feet. You can't say, all right, I removed 2 cubic feet mud, so now water will come for 2 cubic feet. No. It is going to reach to 200 acres. Because inauthenticity works as a black cage. It does not function in mathematics logic, the logic of maths. So when you become authentic, the result is not mathematical, it is exponential. It is not proportionate, it is exponential. ध्यान से सुनिए, जब आप अपने जीवन में संपूर्ति लाते हैं और अपने सोच विचार में संपूर्ति लाते हैं, आपके अंतर चिताकाश में इतनी शक्ति और स्पष्टता विकसित होगा कि आप स्वयं के ही नहीं बल्कि दूसरों के बोले हुए शब्द पर भी नियंत्रण पाने का शक्ति अनुभव करेंगे. All your inauthenticity is a small black cage. If you make your Surya Namaskar from 24 to 54, you are not going to have the benefit of just extra 29 Surya Namaskar. No, your body will enter into a different space. Whole day you will be in that authenticity. In every step you are doing, you will be in that authenticity. Every action you take, every thinking happens in you, every step of your life, you will be in that authenticity. The power of authenticity brings unknown energies awakened in you, capabilities awakened in you. Authenticity straight away brings strength in your presence. Nobody will even plan for cheating you. I go around everywhere wearing so much of gold. Not a single thief thinks of stealing from me, because he knows it will be too costly mistake. Even 2-gram chain, 3-gram chain, people snatch. And it's not that I don't walk alone. Many times I walk alone. In the streets, even if you walk as 10 people, few gram chains, people snatch. There are chain snatchers. Not a single thief even thinks, because he knows it will be too costly mistake. Same way, your presence will be so heavy when you practice authenticity. No one will think of taking advantage of you. They know it is too costly mistake. It will be too costly mistake. Authenticity brings strength to your presence. श्रद्धा का आप जब अभ्यास करते हैं, उसका फल आपके परिश्रम से कई गुना अधिक होता है. जब एक नाला मिट्टी से बंद है, वो मिट्टी जब आप बाहर निकालते हैं, केवल उतना ही पानी नहीं बहता है, बल्कि पानी एक सैलाब की तरफ बहने लगता है. यदि आप सवेरे सूर्य नमस्कार करते समय आप श्रद्धा लाने का निर्णय लेते हैं, ये ना सोचिए कि केवल उस समय आपके शरीर का विकास होता है. पूरे दिन आप श्रद्धा की शक्ति का अनुभव करेंगे. अश्रद्धा को आपके जीवन से हटाइए. श्रद्धा सीधे रूप से आपकी उपस्थिति में ही शक्ति का अनुभव होगा. जब आप अपनी सोच विचार में श्रद्धा लाते हैं, तब परिणाम केवल तार्किक रूप से वृद्धि नहीं करेगा, बल्कि एक विस्फोटक रूप से वृद्धि करेगा. Understand? Catch the truth. Authenticity brings strength to your presence. When you practice authenticity, just by your presence you will enrich people. Anything you say simply will become part of the people's space. Their inner space will not even have a guts to say no. They will simply forget no in your presence. सुनिए, ध्यान से सुनिए. When you take responsibility, even the unknown forces of life simply supports you and responds to you, stands by you. जब आप श्रद्धा का अभ्यास करते हैं, केवल आपके उपस्थिति से आप अन्य लोगों को लाभान्वित करेंगे. तब आप जो भी बात करेंगे वह सरलता से वास्तविकता में परिवर्तित हो जाएगा. दूसरों के अंतर आकाश में से नकारात्मकता यो ही मिट जाएगा. लिसन, श्रद्धा में वह शक्ति है कि प्रकृति के अनदेखे क्षतियों पर भी आप विजय पा सकते हैं. When you carry the space of responsibility, anywhere you go, anything you do, society just knows. Anywhere you go, anything you do, society just knows. They have to listen to you. People have to listen to you. Understand? Integrity, authenticity, responsibility. These three brings strength to your very presence. When you start enriching people, don't think they will be enriched only with the truths you are enriching them. No. With the idea of enriching them with the knowledge, if you enrich them, they will be enriched even by food, clothes, shelter. They will have many things than what you want to give them. When you enrich them with these four tattvas, they will have many things which you never thought you are going to give them. They will have life which you never thought you are going to be giving them. जब आप उत्तरदायित्व के अनंत स्थिति के साथ चलते हैं, आप चाहे जहां भी जो चाहे कुछ भी आप करे, आपके आसपास लोगों को आसानी से पाता होता है कि उनको आपकी बात सुननी होगी। संपूर्ण श्रद्धा उत्तरदायित्व इन तत्वों द्वारा आपकी उपस्थिति में ही एक असाधारण शक्ति आ जाती है। आई टेल यू, एनीथिंग कैन बी पोस्टपोन्ड इन द लाइफ, नॉट learning these four principles. This has to be done immediately because it is like a owner's manual. First read how to operate the car, then start. First learn driving, then start driving. You can't say, just today I got the car, I'll drive, later on I'll learn driving. No, learning driving cannot be postponed. Learning life cannot be postponed. You are already in life. जीवन में आप कुछ भी टाल सकते हैं, किंतु इन चार तत्वों का अध्ययन नहीं। लिसन कंटिन्यूअसली, enriching, enriching, enriching the beings continuously, adding value to the people. You do not know how much you will get it back. क्या आप कह सकते हैं कि मैंने अभी गाड़ी खरीदी है, केवल आज के दिन में अपनी नई गाड़ी चलना चाहता हूँ, कल से मैं गाड़ी चलाना सीखूंगा नहीं। पहले आपको गाड़ी चलाना सीखना होगा, उसके बाद ही आप वो गाड़ी चला सकते हैं। लगातार अन्य लोगों को लाभान्वित करने से और अन्य लोगों को विस्तारण करने से आप स्वयं लाभान्वित और विस्तारित होते हैं। You may think of enriching somebody with four tattvas and enrich the person, but suddenly you will see, when the person is awakened to these four principles, not only he will have knowledge, he will have wealth, relationships, and he will be so grateful towards you. He will be enriching you back. What you give comes back. What you give comes back. If you train others, you are trained. If you enrich others, you are enriched. I see this in my life. After I started training people, I have become more trained. And my training continues. I am continuously getting more and more trained. It is so beautiful. So I tell you, आप अन्य व्यक्ति को इन चार तत्वों से जब लाभान्वित करते हैं, आप देखेंगे कि वह व्यक्ति केवल ज्ञानी ही नहीं बनता है, बल्कि उसके जीवन में कई और पहलू जैसे धन संपत्ति और संबंध भी विकसित होते हैं। जब आप अन्य लोगों को ज्ञान प्रदान करते हैं, आप स्वयं ज्ञानी बन जाते हैं। Share the knowledge. You will see. Enrich people with knowledge. You will see you are enriched so much. When you start living, only then you will understand how you master different mysteries of life. How you just know how you can master the mysteries of life. लोगों को ज्ञान से लाभान्वित कीजिए, आप देखेंगे आप स्वयं ज्ञान से बहुत लाभान्वित हो जाते हैं। लिसन, लोगों को ध्यान से सुनिए, लोगों को ज्ञान से लाभान्वित कीजिए, आप देखेंगे आप स्वयं ज्ञान से बहुत लाभान्वित हो जाते हैं। जब आप चार तत्वों से जीना आरंभ करते हैं, आप देखेंगे कि कैसे आप जीवन के रहस्य में सत्य सीख लेते हैं। द एसेंस ऑफ टुडेज सत्संग, डू नॉट गिव अप ऑन, यू कंटिन्यू टू align yourself to the highest frequency of four tattvas, not in a low integrity, low authenticity, no. Stretch your very biomemory to these four tattvas. Stretch, stretch. You will see. You master the mystery. You master the mystery. आज की सत्संग का सारांश है, इन चार तत्वों को लगातार अभ्यास कीजिए और जीवन में उपलब्ध रहस्यमय शास्त्रों का अनुभव कीजिए। अपने आप को चार तत्वों के उच्चतम स्तर के साथ संरेखित कीजिए। Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone.
Such a powerful and beautiful revelation from Swamiji. And in this satsang, Swamiji beautifully reveals that mysticism, which is beyond logic, can be mastered through the four tattvas, which are integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching. And Swamiji also emphasizes the urgency to practice these four tattvas like the owner's manual for life, because they cannot be postponed. So, Ma Meena, I wanted to ask, what is the powerful cognitions that you have gotten from this satsang, and also when for example you feel that when was basically the first time that you have experienced the four tattvas in your life, such as integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching? When did you first begin experiencing the powers, the benefits that the four tattvas has brought to your life?
Ma, you're muted.
Thank you, Mom. So, with this satsang, the most powerful click I had was when Swamiji said that authenticity is exponential. And I realized that's actually what happens, because you as a being become authentic. So it translates to all areas of your life. So I would say that's the most powerful click I got. Also, you should learn the four tattvas in order to live your life correctly, just like driving a car. And I want to watch a satsang again. But so I think it was gradual. So with Swamiji's satsangs and with his teachings, the more and more you hear, you realize you have to be integrated and you have to be authentic. And with enriching, I experiencing it all the time. Like sometimes I'm stuck in yoga. I never miss yoga or puja. And it's just something that I never miss in the morning. But sometimes I struggle to do it. I was struggling to do it. And if I enrich a few people, I'll get back into it again. So it always happens, enriching. And I think the more responsibility you take, the more you flow and the more you get. So all the teachings, I've benefited from all the teachings. And actually now actually at work, someone told me that, yeah, so you always tell the truth. You have no filters. So this is because of Swamiji. Before, I used to be very careful of what I say and what I do, but then it just flows. And it's all because of Swamiji's teachings, because of the integrity. You're integrated to what you think and what you do and then what you say. And that's how you live. You're not thinking something and then trying to say something else. It's not all complicated. That's a powerful way to live.
And I just wanted to ask you, Ma, Swamiji has given for every one of us, Swamiji gives us a vision, a path for our enlightenment. I know Swamiji has given you the vision of Bhagashastra. How did that come about? And can you share about that experience? What was this vision that Swamiji has given?
Yes, Ma, I think I never thought about it, but when you asked me a couple days ago, and I decided, I realized it's because it's the most fulfilling for me. Even when I ran the center in Minnesota, if everyone came, more and more people come, more and more people come, and then I make more and more food, and then they take everything home, and that's what makes me really happy. So I think that's why he put me in this, because it's so fulfilling. It really opens my heart and makes me really, really happy. I think that's why he did it. But I also have a mystical experience with that. It's a small thing, but then I think I'm not sure exactly what it did to me, but it cemented and then connected me more with Bhagashastra. So in LA, I was just in that time, I wasn't cooking that much. I was just helping out a little bit, but in the LA temple. So I just opened the Anjarapatti, the spice box. I opened the Anjarapatti, and suddenly I know this was from a previous birth. So I was a little child, and I was sitting in a Chettinad house. I'm a Nagaratar now, but at that time also I was a little child, and I was sitting in a Chettinad house early morning, and a woman in a blue sari, cotton sari, and I'm sitting next to her. And somehow that was so comforting. And it was just a few minutes, and that happened at the LA temple. And I think that also connected me with Bhagashastra. Yeah.
Nice. Actually, I know Swamiji calls you Achi. And as you said, you're a Nagaratar. And as you can see, you've been in courtyard. How Swamiji has literally revived the tradition, the value of how Swamiji appreciates the Nagaratar community for their lifestyle, and how they revive the temples, how they have built temples across the world. And you could see that in the Adi Kailash, everywhere. Swamiji, that style of the houses, even the courtyard itself is designed with that structure of how a Nagaratar house would be, Chettinad house would be. Can you share about that? As well as I also wanted to ask about the Bhagashastra, the beautiful cooking, that is scripture that is given by Paramashiva himself. How Swamiji is reviving these sacred sciences that we have lived, Hindus have lived, and your experience about how authentic anything that Swamiji does. He brings that authenticity, going to the source scripture references and doing accordingly. I mean, when Swamiji says he's reviving Hinduism, it is not just words. It is not just namesake.
Yeah.
Literally in every single thing that we do, from lifestyle, from morning we wake up to, having the sesame oil, to going to bed at night, having the haritaki powder, our whole food, lifestyle, clothes, language, rituals, puja, everything that we do. Swamiji is literally reviving this ancient tradition so beautifully. Can you please share, as a Nagaratar, your experiences with what you have seen, how you have witnessed Swamiji reviving this in Adi Kailash, and you probably would have seen that in Los Angeles temple as well. If you can please share your experience on that, Ma.
Yes, Ma. So I know he appreciates it, and he shows it, and he says it's because it's the Vedic lifestyle, and that we maintained it, and he really appreciates it, and he has the book on the architecture and all of that. He has several books, but I really think a lot of it is also compassion. He's now we were like a huge, very outstanding community, wealthy community. It's not so much now. And so a lot of things we've sold, like what they used to give us as seed that when we get married, all of that. Many people have sold all those things, things from their houses, and he buys everything. And I really think it's out of compassion. These people sell all these things, and he buys it. And I think that helps the Nagaratar community when Swamiji buys an avatar is buying those things. I think it helps us. So that's what I felt when I was in Bidadi and I saw all those things. I saw all those items from the Nagaratar houses. And I was like, he's so compassionate. That was my understanding is Swamiji's compassion. But yes, so when he revives, he really revives the Bhagashastra cooking, even at KAILASA, LA or Ohio, even Westerners, anybody, they love the Bhagashastra cooking. It's the only, now everybody's becoming vegan and or people want to become vegan, but then they don't know how. But Bhagashastra cooking is the way to go. It's got the protein and the vitamins and the minerals and everything. Everything is balanced and doesn't harm anything. It's mainly vegan, so it's a cooking that everybody should know, especially if they want to become vegan now. A lot of people are allergic to everything, allergic to milk, and that's something that everyone should know. So, yeah.
Actually, like talking about these Chettinad houses, like literally Swamiji has, the glorious past of Hindus. Swamiji would say the Chettinad community, the Nagaratar community have lived the best life. How as a business community, as well as their Hindu lifestyle, their, the spiritual routine they have, their dedication to giving back to the community, especially in building the temples and the dana that they do. Swamiji had not only, that book that you're sharing about the architecture of Chettinad houses, like Swamiji has shared that with us Adinavasis to learn, and actually had arranged for us to go to Chettinad, visit these houses and see how they have lived. You guys should see, what a great, rich lifestyle that we have lived, the richest, the glorious past of Hindus. Swamiji had said, this is the example community that we should look and learn from. And each one of us have traveled there to Chettinad houses and had, not only visiting those houses, literally went to a house, sat there, and, sitting the traditional way of eating on a vare, like all of that. Swamiji said, learn from them. And as you said, all of those things, houses that are getting dismantled or getting, sold, these teak wood, the Burma teak woods that have come, the whole process, how they have been maintained, they carried through the salt water in the sea that protects it even to date. Swamiji has, as you said, procured everything, not letting it to be destroyed, but that glorious past of that Chettinad community, the Nagaratar lifestyle, Swamiji revived. And everything in Adi Kailash, starting from courtyard in Adi Kailash, using these material and reviving how the Hindus have lived, the communities have lived. And literally, not only in Adi Kailash, Swamiji has sent these items even to Los Angeles and various, the global Kailasas to live that kind of a lifestyle and to learn from that. So how much Swamiji appreciates and Swamiji, revives this, it just shows in his dedication for reviving it. And also the Bhagashastra. Swamiji says, like the food that we have today, that we get outside in the, the markets, it's plastic food. It is not real. It is literally poison. It is plastic food. How the ancient Hindus know the food that is actually healthy. To us, it has all the nutrients that we need, and there is no side effects. There is no health side effects, and such a beautiful lifestyle that we have. True to the word in every aspect, Swamiji, is reviving these traditions and giving back to us, giving us the right inner image of who we were. than the history that has been given to us by the Britishers as to, okay, this is the sad history that you guys live. No, Swamiji gives us the true heroes and the true villains that we have experienced, or that that Hindus have faced over in our history. Now, coming back to today, like you are living in KAILASA, Ohio, and one thing that you had shared me is that literally you live with the Atma Murti of Swamiji. Swamiji has gifted each one of the inner awakening, all the participants, and even the Paramashivam get the blessings of having the Atma Murti, your own Swamiji that lives with you. And you have had literally talking to Swamiji, having such beautiful mystical experiences. Anything you ask, Swamiji responds, or Swamiji doesn't respond. Can you please share your experiences on that?
Yes, Ma. Yeah, the Atma Murti, he's very powerful and very communicative. And I feel like Swamiji literally lives with me for even small things. Like yesterday, I was putting together some furniture, and I was getting stumped. Like, this is really hard. I don't know what to do. And he just told me who to call, what to do. And then in an hour, somebody was here and they put it together and they left. And otherwise, I would have sat there for I don't know how long, and I maybe hurt my fingers. I don't know what, but I couldn't put it together. And this person, they just came and fixed it in about an hour. So that seems like a small thing, but that was huge. That saved my whole day. He does a lot of things, like for your karmas, Swamiji, like he says, he's the worst villain to the karmas. So it's our thought patterns. So when we have that karma, he will make sure that he completely takes it away from you. So if I haven't gotten rid of that karma, and I ask the Atma Murti, okay, so what do I do? And he won't say anything. He just won't talk back. Then I'll know, okay, I have to live through this. I have to exhaust this karma. But for all other things, this morning when I was going to Kailasa, Ohio, I had ironed the sari, but I didn't have a blouse. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have a blouse. And I said I would send you a picture. And he showed me I had a blouse, and that problem solved. So things like that happen all the time. A lot of things I will ask him, and explanations will come. I can't think of anything specific right now, but I always talk to him and he always talks back, unless it's something that he's like, no, and he won't talk. But the deities at the temple are also very powerful. They also communicate and talk. Recently,
anyone such experience you could share?
Yes, ma. So very recently, this is with Meenakshi, and she's never talked to me before, but I was making some this moringa leaf powder for the rice. So I made that, and then I was in the kitchen, and then I could see her, and she was like, I'm deficient in iron. So can you make me some green moong dal powder? I don't know of such a powder. I didn't even know it existed. And she gave me the recipe, and I made it. And she's like, you can make a lot of powders like that. And I was like, okay. So they do a lot of things like that. This actually in Zoom, I've had experiences. So once I was watching after Mahalakshmi Abhishekam, Ma Sivananda was sitting in front of the Garuda, and she was telling us what's the context of the Abhishekam, what it'll give you. And I was listening to her, but suddenly I was drawn to Garuda, and I looked at him, and I don't know how I got there. Suddenly I went into I was sitting in a Mahalakshmi Garbhagraha. It was a huge Mahalakshmi. I've never been there. I was sitting at her feet, and that's how I was listening to Ma Sivananda. And it was beautiful. It was an amazing, beautiful experience. And another time I was watching Skanda Murugan Abhishekam, and one of the volunteers, she was moving all the pots of water. So there's lots of pots of water. She was moving them. So I was just watching that. And then I saw myself as a little baby and I'm playing in the water. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to take another body. I don't want another birth. That was my first thought. And Subramania talked to me and he said, no, I'm just saying you're my child. என் பிள்ளைன்னு சொல்றேன். I was like, okay. So that's a normal thing at the temple. But also the Atma Murtima, a lot, like I can't think of anything, but a lot of things. He'll just tell me, like, get up, it's time to do all those things. You only have this much time.
So actually, living, I mean, I'm sure your son is, traveling, or he's in a different place, and you are living by yourself in the US, and literally Swamiji living with you, and all the deities being there, taking care of you, nurturing you, and communicating with you. It is definitely an extraordinary power that Swamiji has gifted you. And this is something, like we would have seen in the movies or heard in the stories, but Swamiji has made it as a lifestyle for us. And all the temples that Swamiji has done the Prana Pratishta, the deities are alive. So many beautiful experiences we've had, either be it in Los Angeles. I mean, I literally spent 5-6 years in Los Angeles temple, and God, the deities literally communicate with you and sometimes play with you, and you can feel their presence. And Swamiji has given again this gift to us that it is not an idol; it is a deity. There's a difference between. There's a difference between a stone and a deity. It is not a stone. It is not an idol. It is life. It is consciousness. That Swamiji has done the Prana Pratishtha too, and given life energy to all the deities. Literally, Swamiji appearing in different forms for us. Like you said, Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa. In all the forms, as a mother, as a father, as a brother, he is just there. And for us to relate with, reassuring us that life, Swamiji says, like the Shaivism is life positive. In every aspect, giving us the powerful cognitions about everything in life, reassuring how life is precious, life is sacred, life is powerful, life is beautiful. And the right cognitions continuously Swamiji is giving us and assuring us. So now let us now listen to Swamiji again on the next satsang on these mystical experiences that we have been discussing so far.
Nityanandeshwara Samarambam Nityanandeshwari Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome every one of you who are sitting with us around the world through Nithyananda TV, Sadhana TV, Lotus News Channel, and through two-way video conferencing in 29 places, having Nayanadiksha from so many countries, cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha, Sharjah, Ohio Prayag, Houston Kalahasti, Oklahoma Somanatham, Seattle, Enriching Temple Biddi, Los Angeles, Guadalupe Rameshwaram, Tiruvanmiyur Dhyanapitham, Charlotte, New York Varanasi, Houston Kalahasti, and Hyderabad Bhagyanagaram, Devon UK, Singapore Singapuram, Dallas Dwaraka, Saudi Arabia, Jefferson, South Dakota, Hong Kong, San Jose, Madurai, East London, UK, Port Washington, New York, Dubai, Vaidyanatham, Slovakia, Shivaloka, San Diego, La Jolla, Bangalore North, Oman, Sivagangai, Pitadishwari's Training Center, Salem, Jorpati, Nepal, Olympia, Washington, Chandravimala in transit. In Varanasi, Oklahoma. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today, Mahadeva is gracing us in the Leela Dhyana of Kaduvettiya Cholanukku Arul Burindadu, means the Sundareshwara not only Pandyas, even the Chola kings were devotees of Sundareshwara. And one Chola king, Kaduvettiya Cholan, he was a great devotee of Sundareshwara and really wanted to have darshan of Sundareshwara. But unfortunately, because Pandyas and Cholas are enemies, he cannot come to Madurai to have darshan of Sundareshwara. Sundareshwara appeared in his dream and said, all right, you come in the night and I'll give you darshan. As per the instruction, Sundareshwara called the Chola king. King came to Madurai. In the night, Sundareshwara appears as a mystic and opens the doors of the temple secretly and arranges for his darshan, gives darshan. The moment Chola king has the darshan, he sends him back. After locking the door, as a symbol that he did this leela, on the towers, temple towers, the Pandyas, the fish symbol used to be there, the fish symbol flag. He removed that flag and put his flag, Rishabha flag, his own flag, Shiva's flag, and disappeared. Next day morning when the Pandya king got up, the whole Pandya kingdom was shocked. How can suddenly the flag be changed? Pandya was shocked and he goes and asks Sundareshwara. Sundareshwara appears and tells the whole thing. And actually what has happened. So today, let us have the Leela Dhyana. Remember the Leela of Sundareshwara opening his temple doors secretly for a devotee's sake and giving darshan. Today, 20th batch Inner Awakening 8th day, 17th batch Ingenious 8th day, 19th batch Nirahara Samyama level 2 5th day, 20th batch Nirahara Samyama break. Tomorrow we will start the level 2, 9th batch Di Samyama 8th day. And today is one more important auspicious day, Mahalaya Amavasya. Why I said auspicious? Because from today, Navaratri Brahmotsava starts. We will be raising the flag, maybe today evening or tomorrow. The timing will be announced. And today is one more important thing. Today, Hindus offer completion to the departed souls, elders, parents. The Shraddha, oblations to the departed ancestors is done today. Today is a very important day. Surya enters into Kanya Rashi. And the ancestors descend on the earth to accept the respects and rights, oblations from all the human beings. Today is the auspicious day to offer Maheshwara Puja, and we will be having Maheshwara Puja here in Bidadi. And I also request all our Sangha to offer Maheshwara Puja if you have our sannyasi staying in your place, like Los Angeles, Toronto, New York, wherever our sannyasis are staying. I request our Sangha to offer Maheshwara Puja to our sannyasis and sannyasinis. Today, feeding any sadhu, giving food to any sannyasi directly leads you to the completion with the ancestors who left the body. So it's a very good thing. If you don't find our sannyasis, at least the people who have taken sannyas formally, who live the sannyas with integrity, offer food even to them. Even that will lead you to completion with ancestors. Today at noon 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, you can see the Maheshwara Puja live on Nithyananda TV. All the devotees can see Maheshwara Puja live on Nithyananda TV. And whoever sees today the Maheshwara Puja, I give you, all of you guys, the punya of feeding sadhus and doing Maheshwara Puja. Even if you see today, you will have the punya of the Shraddha and completion with ancestors. And if you want to offer Maheshwara Puja, you can email programs@nithyananda.org or call the number in the screen. All right. I'll move to today's Nitya Satsang. Today I wanted to speak about important powers which are given to us, still we have not started using. As a human being, all of us are given as a default program certain powers. Power of words. Please understand. If you can harness the power of words, please be very clear. The words you utter are you. If you constantly utter the words, I am this, I am this, I am this, you will become that. Constantly utter right words about you, inside you and outside you. So the power of words, unfortunately we do not harness the power of words. And as per the law, any power, when you don't use and play with them without knowledge about it, it destroys you. Like electricity. You can use it for best things of your life. If you don't want to and misbehave with it, it destroys you. It kills you straight away. That is why I am saying, learn to harness every power available to you. Power of words. The words you utter towards you, the words you utter towards others can do so much to your life. please understand, can do so much to your life. If you want to harness the power of words, the practice you need to do is integrity. Bring integrity. Align all your words more and more towards completion. Please understand. I am defining integrity. Integrity means aligning your words, internal and external, more and more towards completion is integrity. Aligning the words you utter inside and outside you, aligning them towards completion is integrity. I tell you, if you are telling yourself and others again and again, you are a man, you are a man, you are a man, it's a lie. If you complete more and more and more, you will understand. You are divine. You are embodied being. You are God. When I utter the word, I am divine and I am God, people feel I am telling a lie. But only when people utter the word, they are human beings, I feel they are telling a lie. Only when you are saying you are a human being, you are out of integrity. When I say I am divine, I am God, I am completely established in my integrity. Understand? Aligning yourself more and more, deeper and deeper into your completion, aligning your words, internal and external, towards the space of completion is integrity. When you start practicing integrity, you will harness the power of words. The words you utter will have so much power. Just through the words, you will be able to change your life, others' life for better. Please understand. From the time I know myself, I am doing this only. Using the right words to transform people's lives. Using the right words to transform people's lives. Power of words. Please understand. Ability to speak, ability to utter words towards yourself, and ability to utter words towards others. This is a powerful ability. You can use it either to make your life or break your life. Right words being uttered in right time will make your life. Wrong words uttered in the wrong moment can break your life. Especially the words you are uttering towards yourself and the words you are uttering towards others. The words you are uttering towards yourself and the words you are uttering towards others. harness the power of words. That's the first right. I tell you, the basic right for the human beings is not freedom of speech, it should be power of speech. The first fundamental human right, I think we should change the word from freedom of speech to power of speech. You need to know the power of speech. You should be educated about the power of words. Knowing the power of words is the fundamental freedom, fundamental right, freedom to speak. If you know the power of words, your fundamental right will be right. Next important power you have, which you can harness, is power of thinking. Please understand, power of words are different, power of thinking is different. When you practice integrity, you will have the clarity and experience about power of words. But power of thinking is deeper than power of words. Power of words can make one relationship or break one relationship. Power of thinking can make or break your life itself. How you think about you, how you project about you, how you think about others, and how you think about what others think about you. Listen. Power of thinking is another one powerful resource we have, which we neither use it properly nor use it fully. One good news is, because you don't use it fully, even though you use it improperly, please listen, even though you are using it improperly, because you don't use it fully, you don't get real good deeper sufferings. Even in the wrong direction, you use only a very minimum amount of your power of thinking. Power of thinking is used in the right direction. The power is harnessed and put in right direction when you practice authenticity. What do you think about you? What do you think about others? What do you think about how you want to project you to others? And what you think about others thinking about you? Please listen. What you think about you can be changed just in 10 days. In the night time, whenever you fall asleep, align yourself, your idea to your new thinking. From now, I'll think about me as God. From now, I'll think about me as this. Decide and fall asleep. Your whole thinking in the dream and the deep sleep will be aligned to that. I tell you, when your dreams are aligned to what you want to think about you as you are successful in living that. Please understand, dreams lead you to reality. You need to know these truths. in every field, whether it is science or maths or discovery or entertainment or invention, in every field, dreams lead you to reality. And the night, bring the dreams. Every night, align it. Align it. What you want to think about you. What you want to think about others. What you want to think about how you want to show you to others. What you want to think about others thinking about you. Align everything as you want and fall asleep in that same state every night. You will fall into samadhi. I tell you, power of thinking, so beautiful. It is such high power. It is such an extraordinary power. It can cause miracles to you. In this whole inner awakening, level 1, I help people to catch and harness power of words. The level 2, I help people to catch and harness the power of thinking. And the next is power of your feeling. Understand, power of feeling is another one important power. How you feel about you and the world. How you cognize about you and the world. Power of feeling. That's a very important power. You can harness the power and put that power for your use if you start feeling responsibility. Please listen. In the feeling, you can feel yourself as a very small creature, or you can feel yourself as a very powerful big guy. Your feeling, listen, your feeling will be strengthened only when you feel responsible. If you feel responsible for everything, if you feel responsible for more and more things, if you feel responsible for more and more, I tell you, you harness the power of feeling. You move to the next level of life. You raise yourself to the next level of life. Power of feeling. Power of feeling. when you start taking the responsibility, you will see it very clearly. How just when your feelings about you and the world changes, the whole world changes, and the response of the whole world towards you changes. Next is power of living. Living itself is a power. Every day you are walking, talking, sitting, thinking, feeling. All these put together, living is a power. I tell you, sometime, even if you decide to live in right property, that property becomes yours. Nothing, just by living there. In many countries, anybody who lives in that land the land is theirs. So even living in right place is a power. And anybody who lives in the energy field, naturally this becomes power for you. Living itself is a power. Understand, living. The power of living can be enriched. You can harness the power of living and use it in your life when you decide to live enriching. Please understand. When you decide your life is for others, you harness the best cream of power of life. When you decide enriching is your life, you are showered everything best of the life by the life. When ocean decides to give all its best things to you, it will give you the best pearls. Best things it has. Same way, when life decides to give its best things to you, you can't even imagine the gifts the life will bring it to you. Because still you do not know the best things life is having it. Please understand, when you decide authentically to enrich, when you decide authentically enriching is your life. Life brings best things of life to you. Power of words. Power of words will be available to you if you practice integrity. Power of thinking. Powers of thinking will be available to you when you practice authenticity. Powers of feeling will be open to you when you practice responsibility. Powers of living will be available to you the moment you decide to enrich others. In this whole thing, an important truth is not giving up on yourself and people. Even if 100 times people fail, continue to work with them. People failing is nothing but you failing. Frustration towards your failure. Because you can't handle the frustration of your failures, you can't handle frustration of people's failures. I tell you, many times people ask me, why should we work with these people? They are not integrated, they are not authentic, they are liars, cheats. I tell them, come on. If you are not able to handle their failures, you will not be able to handle your failures. Because you are not able to handle your failures, you are not able to handle their failures. Giving up on people will make you give up on you, which is worse than suicide. Giving upon yourself is spiritual suicide. Understand? Giving upon others and giving upon yourself is spiritual suicide. Giving upon others is social suicide. Giving upon yourself is a spiritual suicide. And if you give upon others, I guarantee you will give upon you. I don't even want to reduce the spirit by saying social suicide. No. Giving upon others is also spiritual suicide, because if one happens, the other will happen. Giving upon yourself, if it is done, giving upon others will happen. So, essence of today's satsang, harness the power of words through integrity, harness the power of thinking through authenticity, harness the power of feeling through responsibility, harness the power of living through enriching. Never give up on you and others. Any pattern influencing you to give up on yourself and others, complete with it. Don't give up on you and others. Giving up on you and others is spiritual suicide. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapītam, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08.
Such powerful cognition Swamiji was giving. The power of words, the power of, the integrity, responsibility, enriching and causing. How important it is in life. And Hinduism is always life positive. How Swamiji was saying, enriching gives the power of living. And so beautifully, Swamiji said, don't give up on others. Give up on others, sooner or later you're going to give up on you. It is a suicide even when you give up on others. So beautiful, Ma. What is the powerful cognition that you received today through these sharings that Swamiji has given?
That again, man, that we create our own life, the way we live, and through all his teachings, we can actually get it right. So all this time before Swamiji, we may have created our life in different ways we used all those powers even before. I did use words and thinking and feeling and all of that, but I didn't do it right. But after Swamiji, he shows us how to do it right, and you can create the life you want. That's a strong thing, even from this satsang, is you can just align yourself and you can create your life the way you want.
Definitely, Ma. Swamiji actually does not leave a loophole. He does not leave a crack where you could fall through. Covers in every aspect, every way, making sure that you don't fall through the gap. And all these tattvas, the four tattvas that Swamiji has given as a lifestyle for us, literally ensures us in living in a powerful space, manifesting what we want, taking responsibility for the life that we have created and what we can actually create for us as we want. So, continuously, of course, Swamiji is guiding us in ultimately realizing the true purpose of life and our own true self, the Paramashiva path, the oneness with Swamiji. So anything that you would like to share? Because, see, in your experience, you would have gone through many things in life. And having Swamiji in our life, the greatest assurance, everything is taken care. It's a smooth ride from now on, right? From the time we have met Swamiji. What is it that you would like to share with the people out there, whatever they are going through, whatever they are facing in?
Is binge watch Swamiji. Now I feel like binge watching after these two videos, Ma. It's like, it's so much. You can't get this from any Purana, any Veda, any Agamas, nothing. You cannot get it. You can't understand that this is what they're trying to teach you. He's an avatar. He's come down and he's teaching you, take it. Don't realize later. You're lucky to even have seen him, or if you're watching this video and you're learning about Swamiji, you've done some punya, and to know about Swamiji and to have Swamiji, and he'll always say no to this, but I always think that you have like janmas of punya to have Swamiji in your life, but he'll say no punyas, I pulled you here. And but it's actually, you have, to see Swamiji, if anybody's seeing Swamiji, they're very, very lucky. Don't let him go. Hang on, and don't ever let him go. That's what I would say.
Thank you so much, Ma. Actually, that was a beautiful thing you said. Binge watch Swamiji, definitely. And continuously listening to Swamiji, the powerful cognitions, those are not just words. Every word that Swamiji utters is the energy behind it, where just by listening to Swamiji, that becomes an experience. It becomes an initiation for each one of us to live those powerful cognitions. So during this Chaturmasya, we are so blessed to know every day we are listening to various truths from different scriptures that Swamiji is sharing with us, and discussing about it. And I hope all of the viewers who are watching enjoyed, and we wish you join tomorrow again at 7 p.m. Thank you, Ma Meena Narayan, for joining us today and sharing your experiences, your journey, how Swamiji has made your life not just mystical but magical and so beautiful. So thank you for joining us. And
thank you so much, Ma.
Thank you, Ma. So tomorrow we will join again at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Yet another powerful cognitions and powerful truths from Swamiji. Thank you, everyone. Let us now close with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्